So welcome to the orange vise. Currently we have 3 of these. So 4 mils, 3 orange vices. The VF3 with the larger table is going to use the 2-position Kurt vise. The Kurt vise does function a little different than this, quite a bit different. Inferior vise in my opinion. But as of now I only have 3 of these, so we can't use them all. Dual position vices allows you to save space in a machine. Almost every job you're ever going to do is going to be at least 2 ops. So the handle side is facing you, and on this vise the center carrier is stationary. So when we're using single stage vices, the back jaw was always stationary. So my work coordinate system always went against that back stationary jaw on this side and that side. So that's one of the subtle changes now as a 2-position vise, is the center carrier is stationary depending on which one of these outboard sides you're using. And these vise jaws, see if I can do this, are both move. So what'll happen is the jaws will move until it hits something, then the other one will start coming in. That's one of the differences with the Kurt vise. The Kurt vise, the back jaw only moves so far. I have no idea why they designed that. And because of that, typically Op 1 needed to go in the back jaw where your stock was larger. And then in the front where your stock was smaller, Op 2 would go. I don't like that because I like to be able to see Op 1. And I want that to be close to me. So my default location for Op 1 is always closest to me, so I can watch the tools coming in on that. And that's what we're going to do here. So Op 1, in this case, we are using Talon grip jaws. Now, Orange did some really cool stuff here. They actually have the movable vise jaw that has 2 sides to it. Let me go ahead and take that off and show you. There is a, what size is this? 1/4 inch set screw in the side that I loosen up, and the jaw can come off. So one side is Talon grip, the other side is removable jaw. Let me show you what that's all about. Here's an example of the removable jaw. So it does have a dovetail locating pin, and we lock onto it. But there's also soft jaws we can put in this place. And then we can also change out this center carrier where it doesn't have the dovetail fixture at all. It is a smaller hard jaw. Takes up less room. So really versatile vise. And I can actually take the whole center carrier out, put this other vise jaw back in, lock this back one down, and have this big vise, a single position vise. So it's a very useful vise. Now, see if I can get this up on the camera here. So what we got here is there are 2 different types of set screws to hold that movable jaw in place. There's a flat front and a spring-loaded front. The flat set screw is going to lock that movable jaw in place and treat it like a rigid jaw. The one with the little plunger on it, that's the one we're using here to give us some mobility. And how we use this plunger style, I don't know if you can see that, is I'm just going to start it. You can see I have a little dovetail set up on the bottom here that's going to interact with the dovetail on the carrier. I want the Talon grip side facing in, so I'm going to put this side in. If I wanted the other side, I'd take that screw out and put it in the other side. Really versatile. Get that in the middle. Notice all the moving, so I'm going to tighten up this set screw until it stops, and I have to back it off 1/8. If I don't back it off 1/8, it's not going to float like this. Okay? All right, so let me put this side back on. Once again, dovetails. It's lined up. It indexes on that pin. That's the wrong guy. Snug this guy in here. Guten tight. Guten tight. Sweet. On the back jaw, I did put the Talon grip jaw on the inside because the only other option with that dovetail center carrier is a soft jaw. They do make hard jaws for this. We'll show those in another day. So I had to put that there, although we're not using Talon grips. We're using that as just a standard hard jaw. So my stock for Op 1, we mentioned this is not the correct stock for this assignment because your instructor was whatever. So that guy will go there. Your Op 2 will come back here, and it's on parallels. And there is a threaded hole in the side of the jaw that I have a locally made work stop for. So there's a nice thing for us. Okay? Then when this guy tightens down, we would have to crimp down into our part with our Talon grips. And then we'd come to the back with our hammer and seat that back one. So that's how we're using the orange vise.